President Trump says his latest executive order ushers in a new era of energy. He promised coal workers who were present for the signing that it means that they're going back to work. Public utilities and environmentalists agree, however, to use the coal to generate electricity is not likely to increase, and in fact, what is increasing is the use of natural gas and renewable energy.
Yes, they like what we're about to sign.
President Trump's latest executive order tells the EPA to rewrite the Clean Power Plan and rescinds or flags for review more than a half dozen other measures.
The action I'm taking today will eliminate federal overreach, restore economic freedom, and allow our companies and our workers to thrive, compete, and succeed on a level playing field for the first time in a long time, fellas. It's been a long time.
But even members of the utility industry, which along with several states, including Oklahoma, that challenge the legality of the Clean Power Plan, now says the promise of new jobs in the coal industry is a hollow one. Andrew Boatright, chairman of the board of the American Public Power Association, talked with E&E's Monica Trauzy.
There may be some deferral of shutdowns or phasing out of coal, but the train's kind of left the station. Many plants are already being scheduled to be shut down, have been shut down, and frankly, coal is not in the money.
Johnson Bridgwater, director of the Sierra Club of Oklahoma, says sadly the miners who were standing with the president when he signed his executive order were misled.
The idea that coal is going to miraculously come back into play, the numbers just aren't there, and people expecting that to happen, unfortunately, banking on that, thinking they're going to have careers again. The economics just do not support coal coming back as a primary energy source.
Bob Deans of the National Resources Defense Council says new technology is also playing a role in fewer coal jobs.
The coal industry itself is telling us it's not going to create new jobs because due to automation in the coal industry as everywhere else across the country, the coal industry is now getting more coal with fewer workers.
Oklahoma's largest regulated public utility, OG&E, says it is going ahead with plans that will meet the requirements of the Clean Power Plan.
We'll continue our course of converting power plants from coal to gas. We'll also continue to install scrubbers on our coal facilities in north central Oklahoma.
That conversion involves two of the company's three Muskogee coal-fired power plants, with CO2 scrubbers being installed on two of their Sooner power plants near Red Rock.
The state itself is actually in a very good position from a CO2 perspective. There have been retirements and conversions either have taken place or will continue to take place that will position us well.
Former Oklahoma Corporation Commissioner Jim Roth is now chairman of the Clean Energy Practice Group at the Phillips Murrah law firm. In reality, he says, the president's action doesn't change much.
Market dynamics are going to dictate the outcome, not political will. We're at a point, thankfully, in American ingenuity, that renewable technologies have improved to the point where they are often the cheapest form of energy.
OG&E's Brian Alford says they have had such success with the first solar facility that there are plans now for a new solar project.
We have had great success with our solar initiative. Our initial project has sold out. We do have demand for additional solar, and so we will be looking at adding additional solar to meet that customer demand.
And so it's great news to hear that OG&E and PSO has already made that announcement, that in the very short coming years, they'll be moving into things like large-scale solar.
During his signing speech, the president also said,
We've already eliminated a devastating anti-coal regulation, but that was just the beginning. Today, I'm taking bold action to follow through on that promise. My administration is putting an end to the war on coal. Going to have clean coal, really clean coal.
There is only one so-called clean coal power plant in America, but so far it has proven to be a financial sinkhole.
It's now a $7 billion coal plant, estimated to be $3 billion. It has carbon capture and sequestration technology with it, and somehow they're going to ask 180,000 Mississippians within that service territory to pay for that for the rest of their lives.
Construction of the Kemper County Energy Facility in rural Mississippi began in 2010. It is just now in the startup phase. It will collect about 65% of the CO2 it emits. $700 million of the cost was federal tax dollars. Nearly $3 billion more will be paid by electricity users in Mississippi. Meanwhile, the Clean Power Plan was put on hold by the U.S. Supreme Court. The federal appeals court in D.C. is said to be nearing a ruling on the case, even as President Trump has asked his Justice Department to put a freeze on further court action. Trump's executive order is still a possible boon to the oil and natural gas industry as it opens up more exploration on public lands.